What's been dubbed as Troopergate took some dramatic turns today. 13 people will be served subpoenas, but some have questioned the significance of the investigation now that Governor Palin is a Republican vice presidential candidate. CBS 11's Corey Allen Young joins us live in the newsroom with more tonight. Corey?
That's right, Dave. The topic of politics is now a hot issue in the investigation of the governor, as lawmakers and lawyers claim Palin's new role as McCain's VP will affect the direction of the investigation.
Issue subpoenas to the following individuals and for the following documents: Frank Bailey, Diane Kiesel, Annette Kreitzer, Nikki Neal, Brad Thompson, Michael Nisich, John Bittney, Ivy Fry, Chris Perry, Janice Mason, Todd Palin, Randy Guerrero, Marlene Wilkes. Cell phone records for Frank Bailey for the period February 1, 2008 through March 31, 2008.
The Alaska Senate Judiciary Committee voted this morning to subpoena 13 witnesses in a special investigator's probe into the termination of former Public Safety Commissioner Walt Monaghan. 13 witnesses who have refused requests to be questioned.
It's important for us to finish our job and not to be ignored by people that are being compensated by the state of Alaska.
Lawmakers of both parties agreed the investigation needs to continue without a stall to make sure it is clear and unbiased.
The fact that there is election shouldn't have any impact on when this report is released, nor should it have any impact on when these subpoenas are issued.
Thomas Van Flein, who is representing the office of the governor, and Governor Palin, says he is changing his tune. Project Director Senator Hollis French says he is to expect a surprise next month.
Since this is now a partisan political investigation, and since it's being conducted in secret, we have serious reservations about its constitutionality. We have serious reservations about the process that's being afforded to the governor.
All those things that started to raise the concern not only amongst members of the administration, but also members of the legislature.
I have a picture on my wall that says, "Don't lie, cheat, or steal. Tolerate those that do." I've lived that for a long time, and I'm a bit disappointed in some of the actions I've seen here today, because I think it is a politicization of what we're doing. And I say let's just get the facts on the table. The sooner the better.
The governor's office attorney Thomas Van Flein said today he will look over the subpoenas once they are received and will discuss with his clients the options and what course of action will be taken. The governor's husband, Todd, who was also subpoenaed, is also represented privately by Mr. Van Flein. Reporting live from the newsroom, Corey Allen Young, CBS 11 News.
So who exactly are all the governor's people the legislature says they will deliver subpoenas to? CBS 11's Matthew Simon joins us in the newsroom now to break down the answer. Matthew?
Well, hi, everyone. From our newsroom, we've erased our assignment board to really break down for you these 13 names. We know you know some of these names, others of them unfamiliar. We want to start in the middle. We've separated this into 3 categories. You see First Gentleman Todd Palin up there. That really seems to be unprecedented to have a First Gentleman subpoenaed in this case. Below that is the governor's scheduler, Janice Mason. Now, we draw a red line up to the governor's office to show you that's where she is part of. And through the governor's office, we see that the governor's chief of staff, Mike Nisich, is named. It was given a subpoena today. He was, at the time all this was going on, the deputy chief of staff when Walt Monaghan was asked to step down. Randy Guerrero is the deputy chief of staff. You saw him during the special session. He was talking about energy issues in a special assistant capacity. Frank Bailey, we've heard so much about. The governor had that news conference, had Frank Bailey's voice on tape saying it could appear that pressure was put on Walt Monaghan. He is named in this. He is on leave right now, on paid leave. Ivy Fry is a special assistant to Governor Palin, and John Bittney down there, he works for House Speaker John Harris right now, but at the time all this was going on, he was Palin's legislative liaison, means he's the representative from her office who works with her. Well, there's another distinct area. We're talking about the administration department. A lot of officers named there. The Commissioner, Annette Kreitzer, you've heard her a lot lately. We talked to her when this whole thing started, and she denied any involvement. Kevin Brooks is the deputy commissioner of that department. Nikki Neal works for the Personnel and Labor Relations. She's the director over there. Now let's take you to the side. An interesting part of this, also named in this suit, is Diane Kiesel. She's a labor relations analyst for that department. We move down. Brad Thompson is the risk management director for the administration department. And what's interesting, if you go over risk management is responsible for workers' compensation issues. Well, also named in this is a lady named Marlene Wilkes, and she holds a private contract with the state to work on workers' compensation issues. One name missing from all of this, though, let me write it up under the number 13, is Mike Tibbles. And we know Mike Tibbles' name from the Stevens camp now. He's over there working as the chief of staff over there for the Stevens camp. But Mike Tibbles was actually Governor Palin's chief of staff back when all this was going on. He is not named. Representative Ramirez said today that's because he's no longer a state employee. In the newsroom, I'm Matthew Simon, CBS 11 News.